Welcome to this week's Future Toolbox podcast. We explore the Z to A of life skills, where each letter stands for a topic and essential tool to help you get ahead in life. Meet Jules and Mark, creators of the multi-award-winning Future Toolbox, and enjoy their straightforward approach to creating growth mindsets that help people turn their dreams into realities. Whether you're a teen in education, a parent, a teacher, or part of a community group, start creating positive habits from today.
Hello and welcome to our latest Z to A podcast with myself, Jules, and Mark from the multi-award-winning Future Toolbox.
Hello everybody and welcome back.
As you all know, this is where we pick a letter from the alphabet and a topic and discuss how you can use our tools and tips to improve your own personal development and life. So it's over to you now to let everybody know what this episode's letter is.
Well, this week we have chosen P for possibilities. And we have endless possibilities in life. In fact, infinite possibilities sometimes. And we've talked in the past about opening your mind. We did a podcast on that, maybe I think it was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years?
It was indeed, yeah. It was called Open Your Mind. And it was about thinking about what you could actually do if an opportunity came your way. And this week is National Opportunity Day, which we actually did a podcast last year on O for opportunities. Possibilities, opportunities, open your mind. We're going to talk about loads of things like that, aren't we?
It's worth revisiting what National Opportunity Day is all about, because we're in a world where a change in direction is not seen as a failure, but as an opportunity to discover different things. A lot of students will have completed their exams, they're in their summer holidays, and the possibilities out there are huge and immense, and that decision making of what they're going to do is quite difficult. So National Opportunity Day is really about making sure that the different avenues that you can go along following that part of your educational journey, that you're aware of everything that's there.
That's very, very true. And it's so difficult, isn't it, to explore all the opportunities, because sometimes you get caught in that education cycle and you think, right, I need to carry on with my education before I can start my career. And that might not be the case. It doesn't suit everybody. Also, as you get a little bit older into adult life, the opportunities still come along and present us. The opportunities are still there. But sometimes we get a little bit stuck in our ways and we think, I can't do that because, and then we'll find an excuse not to do it. It might be I can't do that because of my family. I can't do that because my partner, my husband, wife, whatever, or my friend said this and I don't like what they're doing, so I'm not going to do that. Or they said I shouldn't do this. So we put limits on ourselves as well. But it's always good to, as we say, open our mind and explore these possibilities.
There is so much more out there. I think particularly from when we left school, there wasn't the vocational training, there wasn't the apprenticeships or work-based learning, which we were heavily involved in for many, many years. Something that we still advocate because it is a fantastic way of continuing your learning and education, but you're learning the job hands-on at the same time. It's fabulous.
Yeah, that really suited me as well, because I knew that education and sitting exams and learning formally from, say, like a textbook or whatever, that didn't suit me. I really couldn't retain that information. But somebody saying, this is what you do, this is how you do it. Now you can put together a portfolio on it and collect evidence that that's what you're doing. That was absolutely spot on for me. It really suited me down to the ground. I got quite a few apprenticeships as well. I was very proud of those.
Well done.
Yeah.
But obviously there is still the traditional route, there is still university, and for a lot of people that is the route that is spot on for what career that they are looking towards achieving.
Now, talking of opportunities and talking of learning and a little bit of formal learning, an opportunity presented itself to us quite recently where the local college here was running some Spanish courses. And we thought, well, let's apply for that. Now, I could have been really put off by the ridiculously complicated process and the forms that we had to fill in to try and get onto this Spanish course. Because it was all in Spanish.
I was just going to say, the funniest thing was, would you like to come to our college to learn to speak Spanish? Yes. So everything was in Spanish. So we had to spend hours translating it to even just get on the course. We persisted and we went to the college, had 2 meetings, and we're on and we start formal Spanish lessons in a college in September, 2 days a week.
And we'll get qualified. We'll get
Yes.
a little qualification at the end of it as well, which would be quite fantastic. But the idea behind that is the possibility presented itself to us and we thought, let's go for it. Why ever not? Why should we not try this out? What have we got to lose? We've got 2 lessons a week. It's time at the end of the day that we've got to put in, and I will guarantee that at the end of it we're going to be better than we were at the start of it.
Absolutely. No learning is not worth the effort, no matter how small it might be, but it's that possibility of learning something and then taking it further. But it's not just about the possibilities in terms of education. It might be that you're in that position of looking to maybe change your career, or maybe stay in the same career but diversify slightly. And how do you look at what possibilities are around you for that?
I think for me it's just talking to different people and exploring different things. One thing I always love is when you go to a social event or a party or even a business meeting or something where you don't always know people there. There's always that conversation that goes, how are you, what's your name, and all that sort of thing, and all those pleasantries. But then you get to that thing of, well, what do you do then for a living? And it's really interesting because some people will say, oh, I'm only A, or I do this or whatever. Now, at that point now, I love to know what people like about their jobs. Now, sometimes people go, oh, my job's a bit boring. Or if they say my job's a bit boring, then that's fine to say what made you get into it. You can start exploring things. Now, somebody I was talking to quite recently said, I'm in computer programming. Now, computer programming to me is like speaking another language which isn't Spanish. I don't understand it. And I'm going to be really honest with you, I don't have a great deal of desire to understand it. But I still wanted to have a conversation and find out what this person did. And they were really, really fascinated by their job. They were really passionate about it. And I learned some things just by having that conversation. That's a good way for me to find out what opportunities are out there. Just talk to different people. And if it's something you think, that's good, then you can go and research it a little bit further.
Yeah, and great thing there is, Mark says, is talking to people. I remember when I started a job with a huge travel company. I started part-time because my children were still quite young. And within easily a couple of weeks, I knew that this was something that I loved. Absolutely enjoyed the whole process of it all. And I went on a course. It's like an induction course. I was asked a question. One of the first things that I said is like, I'd love to work here full time. And somehow or other, that got back to my manager. And within a couple of months, the position became available within my department. And immediately they offered me that position. It fell just right for me in terms of the children, the schooling and everything. So never be afraid to speak to the people that you work with and let them know what your ambitions are. You don't have to forcibly tell them, but just say, I'd love to be able to do that, or I'd love to learn more about that, or that's the direction that I'd like to go into. It's worth just having those conversations. You can do it at appraisals or you can do it over a coffee. It doesn't matter, but have those conversations.
It's very, very true. I was just thinking of another life-changing opportunity we had when we moved house quite a few years ago, 2012, and when the estate agent came round to our house to try and save us some money, and had a conversation with us about the savings we could make on our bills and everything. And I remember saying, how did you get into what you're doing? You're an estate agent, but you're helping me save some money. And he showed me this opportunity in network marketing, which looked like something that would really suit me at that particular point. And I remember signing up straight away and think, right, there's a possibility here. I can earn some extra money and I can meet some new people. And also I can get a lot of personal development training from it. And when I actually told you about this, you went, there is a big possibility there. There's so many openings that we could pursue with this. And funnily enough, that guy, Steve, he's one of our best friends now. And we've had so much positivity from that experience over those years where we've obviously earned some extra money. We've had holidays, we've had a new car, and the friendships we've forged with the people that we wouldn't have met, that is just priceless. And I think sometimes it isn't about thinking, okay, I've got this now. Do I say yes or no? It's about thinking, what are the possibilities that this could lead to? We never thought that would lead us down a path that it led us to. And it would actually change our lives. Just one conversation, one question, and one decision that was actually made to think, yes, I'm going to give this a go.
So if you're in that situation of you're not entirely sure what to do next, or you haven't got a plan, one of the things that we teach is our 3 questions of direction. And you can do this whenever you want, regardless of whether you're really happy in your job, your career, your educational path. But it's something that will help to make sure that you're keeping on track of what it is that you want to do. But also, if you're maybe at a little bit of a crossroads and thinking of changing direction, these 3 questions will really help you to make the right choices and be able to pick the possibilities that are out there for you. So what's the first question?
Well, the first question is, where are you now? And I'm not meaning where are you now, you're sitting in the podcast studio recording a podcast. I mean, where are you now in life? So what things are going well? What are you doing? What things maybe would you like to change slightly? And just having that evaluation of who you are and what your identity is.
Yeah, and have a little look at your mindset while you're thinking, where am I now? Where is my mind? Am I positive or is it negative? I mean, we do have a little mindset quiz that you could do that's on our website if you're not sure whether you've got a positive growth mindset or not. But yeah, listen to what thoughts or how you're thinking about your future and what it is that you want to do. Is it positive or is it negative?
That's a very good shout. Now, the next question is, where do you want to be? And this is the possibility question. Thinking of all those possibilities that are out there, where would you like to be? Now, some people say, oh, I'd love to be sitting on a beach right now. If that's what you want to do, then plan your next holiday and think, where's that holiday? Think about where you want to be in your career, in your life. Would you like to work less and have more time for yourself? Think about where you are financially, maybe.
It could be, where do you want to live? Because if you are somebody that does want to live by the sea, but you're currently not, how could you plan so that you do end up living somewhere where you can be on the beach when you want to be?
So where do you want to be? It's almost that goal setting question. It's like, these are my goals. And it could be a really big goal, as you say, changing where you live, changing your job, changing your career. It could be a very small goal, like, I just want to change my mindset on this. I want to be a little bit more positive about myself in this particular area.
Yeah, and it could be how you look after yourself. You might think to yourself, I really think that I need to perhaps do a little bit more exercise. Maybe my diet needs looking at. Maybe it's not as good as it should be. Small little things like that that might make a massive difference to where you want to be and help you achieve what it is that you're going for.
That's your big possibility question. The third question, the final question in a 3-question direction is, how are you going to get there?
This is my favourite bit.
This is the best bit, isn't it? This is the planning bit as well. So all the questions are quite exciting, but this bit here is just think about what steps you can take towards that. So if you want to make that slight change in your career, or you want to cut down your hours, or you want to change your financial goals, and think about what are the first steps in order to do that? What are the big steps you need to make? What are the little small steps, the little changes in mindset maybe? If you want to go on that holiday, how much do you need to save up? When are you going to go there? How are you going to get the time off work? Whatever it may be. If you're going to move to another country, that's a biggie, isn't it?
Oh, that's a biggie.
Or move to the seaside.
But I quite often do that. I think of, I'd really like to go and visit that country or go to that area. One of the first things that I always do is find out when is the best time to go and visit that area, so that you don't go when it's like, I don't know, for example, monsoon time or it's their coldest and windiest time, unless that's what you want. But yeah, whatever it is that you want to do, how you're going to get there is the planning stage, the looking into it, the exciting finding out more about it.
So where are you now? Where do you want to be, and how are you going to get there? Our 3 questions direction. And that is a really, really good way of opening your mind to so many possibilities and exploring what is actually out there, having conversations with people, just getting little bits of excitement and not judging an opportunity straight away and thinking, okay, well, I better not do that because, and using the excuse because my family won't like it, my friends won't like it, as we mentioned earlier.
Just remembered, we've said it's National Opportunity Day this week, but also it's actually International Book Lovers Day as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Do you know, I love a good book. And just recently, I downloaded some on my phone on the Kindle, and I've used that, and it's brilliant. But I don't think there's anything better than actually sitting there with a book in your hands. And it could be me, I could be very old-fashioned, but for me, it's just wonderful. And if you are going to go through that 3 questions of directions, and you're looking at the possibilities of different things, why not get a book about what it is that you're trying to do, or a place that you want to visit? Or if you are looking at maybe relocating, get a book and read all about it.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I prefer having that book in my hand and actually turning the pages. It feels Feels nicer, I think. But if you read on Kindle, that's brilliant. You
Oh,
can do
absolutely.
That as well, of course.
Reading is a gateway to learning anyway.
It is. And you can also get a copy of our book, Don't Get Your Neck Tattooed, which we have a fantastic quote from the business entrepreneur Richard Branson.
Yes, he said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes. Then learn how to do it later. We got offered the opportunity to come and live here in Lanzarote, and we said yes straight away, and then went away and sat down and went, my goodness, how are we going to do this?
So our 3 questions directions: where are you now? We were living in England. Where do you want to be living in Lanzarote? How are we going to do it? That was the next stage of that. The opportunity came along. And let's face it, we're going to get presented with these opportunities and endless possibilities to our life. And the more open-minded we are, the more we're going to notice them. And it is just about putting that possibility radar out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that, actually. I'm impressed with that. The possibility radar.
Possibility radar. Wonderful stuff. And it's recognising when something is sometimes staring you in the face and you think, wow, yes, that's what I want to do.
Fantastic. So Richard Branson, what a lovely quote. Just don't say no, say yes, and then worry about it later. You can always change your mind as well, but never knock that opportunity down, and never ever close off those possibilities, because you never ever know where it's going to lead you to. On that note, let's lead you to our website, which is full of endless possibilities and resources. It is futuretoolbox.co.uk. You can also find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. We also have a YouTube channel with lots of really cool free resources and videos on there. And you can find us on LinkedIn and connect with us personally, because we are
everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere. So enjoy exploring all of those wonderful possibilities on National Opportunity Day and beyond. And we look forward to joining you in the next episode.
Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us for the Z2A of Life Skills with Jules and Mark of the Future Toolbox. Don't forget to head over to their website, which is futuretoolbox.co.uk, where you can find lots of free resources, plus a host of books in the store, as well as subscribing to the membership site. Follow Future Toolbox Instagram, TikTok and Facebook at Future Toolbox, and subscribe to their YouTube channel too.